What's up, everyone? Lucky Chewy here. Um, I realized when I felt inspired to make a video that it seems that I'm usually inspired to share things after periods of introspection. When I'm out in the world doing fun stuff, I'm just doing fun stuff. And then when I take time to reflect on my life and just generally look for deeper insights regarding the experiences I'm having, the thoughts I'm having, the beliefs I'm uncovering, that sort of stuff. That's when I really want to share things. Um, but anyway, part of this does relate to an experience I had. I had a conversation recently with a friend about compassion and forgiveness, and it was illuminating, I think, for both of us. It was actually a group of friends, and kind of what it was centered around was I generally asked, what do you think about the idea of forgiveness and second chances? And it was somewhat of a rhetorical question. For me personally, I'm very much a believer of forgiveness. One of the things brought up was, I thought rather insightful, that forgiveness is more so done for the self, excluding the idea of vengeance. It's more so, or at least I had thought of it as, it's sort of emotional release, so that you yourself don't feel, in a sense, tied to an experience, or vengeance for that matter, tied to the idea of that. You can kind of let that go and move forward in your life in a more seamless way. And kind of where the conversation went was, well, forgiveness shouldn't be excusing bad behavior. It shouldn't be, condoning, atrocities, so on and so forth. And I am a big believer in love really always being the answer. I mean, it sounds simple, it's a bit cliche, but I very strongly believe that it's only when someone feels hate or pain that they commit acts of violence or hate, malice activities against others. When you feel love and you feel joy, you just don't. It's not even in your hemisphere. Like, it's just not going to happen. And I think that's truly the reason that even hateful acts have to be responded to in a very loving way, because it only is going to be when we meet negativity with love that it actually ceases to exist. When you meet hate with hate, it just perpetuates it. It just, in a sense, it's validating the reason, in my opinion, that someone chooses to do these types of things. So I thought that was really thought-provoking, and it was actually a very uplifting conversation. Something else that was discussed, which sort of ties into this, is the idea of free will and autonomy versus a sort of more deterministic outlook. And I always sort of optimistically believed in the idea of destiny, but it was only until recently that I really sort of feel like destiny does exist to some degree. And an analogy I heard that I like is, say you're walking down a hallway, and this hallway is representative of your life. The way in which you choose to walk down the hallway is your free will. But the fact that you're going down the hallway is your destiny. And you're going to pass room 302. How you pass it is kind of up to you. But that's sort of the way I've integrated it recently. And that idea is very appealing to me. And lastly, just kind of on this topic of free will versus determinism, I very much feel that it's the way in which you perceive it that makes it true for you. If you believe that you don't have free will and you're at the whim of a predetermined experience, if that works for you and that's more empowering, that's awesome. For me, that doesn't really work. I prefer to live my life as if I do have free will. For me, that's more empowering. And I think this sort of idea of simultaneous truths is something that will be helpful for a lot of people, because objectively doesn't really actually matter as much, in my opinion. Uh, it seems to be more relevant what belief works better for you. I think this is true for a lot of things in life. Um, Lastly, I just want to say I saw the movie Free Solo today with a couple friends, and it's just a phenomenal film. Alex Honnold is just an amazing representation of what humans are capable of, and what hard work and dedication can achieve. It's yeah, I just don't really have any words. Just such a phenomenal experience to see somebody so dialed in, uh, just do what they love, and it's just so inspiring. And yeah, I just have amazing respect for him, and just feel very inspired after seeing it. Um, yeah, I think that's all I got for now. But always appreciate sharing my thoughts and just getting my ideas out there. So for those of you that enjoy this, I'm very grateful. And yeah, I got nothing but love. Peace.